Can I get all the graduates to start lining up outside? All the graduates, please line up outside. And we are going to be starting in about 5 minutes.
Good morning, everyone. If you could go ahead and start taking your seats so we can get started. I would like to welcome you. You guys are adding more time to this, please. I would like to welcome the family and friends of our graduates to this wonderful occasion. Thank you for taking the time to be here in celebration of this truly tremendous achievement of your loved ones. I would also like to take time and welcome and recognize our distinguished guest that were able to be here today. First of all is Ms. Kara Vader, who is our Associate Program Director of Clinical Affairs for MEDEX. Janelle Fokuji, who is the MEDEX Anchorage 1 class graduate and is also the clinical coordinator for our Tacoma students. Thank you, Janelle, for being here. We also have our keynote speaker for the day, and that is Eileen Ravella. Eileen is a graduate of the University of Oklahoma PA program in 1984. She specializes in emergency and urgent care and works currently in Kaiser Permanente. She's also held positions as assistant hospital administrator, medical examiner, assistant medical director, and has served 2 terms as the Washington Association of Physician Assistant president. And she currently sits on the AAPA, our national organization's House of Delegates, as a representative. So thank you for being here, Eileen. We also have the great honor of having Mr. Henry Stoll with us today. Mr. Stoll spent 38 years as a MEDEX faculty. He retired in 2017, but he was also, more importantly, the first site director for this Tacoma campus. So he is instrumental in setting the foundation for what we are celebrating today. So I just wanted to take a moment and recognize him, his tremendous achievements, and his contributions over his career, not just to MEDEX, but also to establishing this wonderful campus. So Mr. Stoll, where are you at? There he is. Thank you for coming, sir. I know it was short notice, so your presence is appreciated. But thank you, all distinguished guests. Again, our Tacoma faculty, which you will see throughout the ceremony. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all your contributions to our graduates. I'll keep this short, but I do want to take a few moments to just kind of share some thoughts. Undoubtedly today, you're going to receive plenty of advice, parting wisdom that will make up your graduation day. And I'm sure that most of the people that are telling you these things believe that you're going to remember it forever and ever and ever, including me. But I just assume you will memorize everything I say anyway. But the truth is you won't. So I'm not going to stand up here and give you life advice or career advice today. I've been doing that over the last 2 years, so I'm sure you're sick of it. But what I would like to give you is some of my hopes for you as you move into your careers in medicine. My first hope for you is that you take a moment today to thank all of those around you, those that made it possible for you to get to this point, your family, your friends, your spouses, your significant others, all that provided support to you during these rigorous couple of years. Your success in the program is their success. Okay, so say thanks, give them a hug, a high five, fist bump, whatever your deal is, but make sure you recognize them, okay? Secondly, I would want you to reflect on what type of provider that you want to be as you move forward. Think about what you wrote on your application to the program and why you wanted to be a PA, and what others wrote about you in support of that application. What will you bring to medicine as you embark on your career? During the past 2 years, you have been exposed to many different providers in various clinical and hospital settings, And hopefully you've picked up on just as many approaches to medicine as well as patient interactions. What did you learn from it? What did you take away? Did you find something from provider A that you wanted to incorporate into your practice? Did provider B have a bedside manner that changed how you interact with patients? I hope that through all of your rotations, you were able to pick up something from each of those providers that will help forge who you will be and how you will practice medicine. Lastly, I want to reflect on the importance of the job you're about to take on. Whether it's in family medicine, emergency medicine, surgery, or another specialty that you fell in love with during your clinical year. There are going to be days that you may feel overwhelmed and or underappreciated. And then there's other days where you can't believe that someone pays you to do the job that you're doing. What I would have you do on either of those types of days is think about the journey that you took to get here and why you pursued this incredible career. We face a lot of challenges in healthcare today between provider shortage, nursing shortages, burnout, rising costs of healthcare, underserved populations, and the list goes on. But what I want you to think about is what role do you play when it comes to working through these in order to deliver the best care possible to your patients? How are you going to set out and fulfill the things that you talked about in your essay when you applied? Take a moment and think about it. Maybe not today, but one day as you prepare to start your first job. So with that, enjoy today, celebrate your achievement, and get ready to go past the pants. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Terry Scott, the Program Director for the MEDEX program. I want to welcome you all to the graduation ceremonies for the graduating classes of 2024. This is a wonderful, wonderful day, and I want to be the first to congratulate all of you on this momentous occasion. Completing the rigors of PA school is no easy task, and today is a day of celebration. Each of you have an opportunity now to make an impact in your local community. You will be joining the hundreds and thousands of other graduates who have come through this program and have gone on to serve their community, their nation, and the world. Congratulations, do the most good, and enjoy the journey. Thank you.
All right, good morning. My name is Kira Vader. I'm the Associate Program Director of Clinical Affairs here at MEDEX. That's sort of a fancy way of saying that I had the honor of getting to work with all of you for your clinical year. Got to do a couple site visits, particularly for our folks who were in Montana, and had some of you spend some time with us in the hospital for the hospital medicine rotation that I work at. So it's really great to see all of you here today. On behalf of the University of Washington School of Medicine, I want to welcome our graduates, any current students who are here today, as well as our staff, faculty, and especially the family and friends of our graduates who have joined us today. The MEDEX PA program is the second oldest PA program in the nation, and we're part of the University of Washington School of Medicine, which was established in 1946. As part of the School of Medicine, we're a WWAMI program and recruit and train students from Washington, Wyoming, Alaska, Montana, Idaho, as well as Hawaii. We are one of the largest PA programs and have 5 campuses, 3 in Washington, 1 in Alaska, and 1 in Hawaii. It is our strong ties to these communities, as well as our grounding in the University of Washington School of Medicine, that makes us the successful program that we are today. Today marks the end of your time here at MEDEX, but it is only the beginning of your journey for lifelong learning. The PA program has given you a foundation upon which to build, so stay curious, always ask questions. Surround yourself with others who share a thirst for knowledge. Lean into this new profession and never stop learning. And rest assured, in 2 years, Janelle and I are going to call you up and ask you to take students, so be ready. Again, welcome and congratulations to our graduates.
Well, isn't this fun? I remember this day 40 years ago, sitting we had our graduation ceremony in the state capitol of Oklahoma City, and we sat there in this big dome. I don't remember anything anybody said to me either. I was just glad to be done and get out of there. So I hope you'll listen to some of the things I'm going to tell you, because these are the things I've learned after 40 years. I'm going to give you all kinds of important wisdom. When I first graduated, and no, I didn't go uphill in the snow in 1984, both ways to school. I was a newly minted PA, and I opened up a practice in rural Oklahoma, a city of 2,000 lovely people, draw area of about 15,000, no specialist in sight. Closest hospital was 30 miles away, still no specialist, family medicine. And I opened the door to these lovely people. And I was there for 18 years. I'm going to tell you it was the best time of my life for a lot of reasons. When I first opened my practice, the local reporter from the local paper, which came out one day a week, weekly paper, came to me and he said, "So what are you going to do?" I said, "Well, I'm going to be in this community and I'm going to provide family medicine." "But you're not a doctor." "Nope, I am not." He said, "You'll never make it." And I said, "Watch me go." I was there 18 years. That's right. I diagnosed his hypertension, his diabetes, and his heart disease. Because the first thing you have to do when you're in a small community is make no mistakes, because the whole town will know it. Tread carefully and lightly. Beyond that, I became the community educator. I became the county medical examiner. I became the assistant hospital administrator and the mayor. You know, you got to cover all the bases. My point to that story is be open to the opportunities that are presented in front of you. Be open to them. Don't be afraid to step in. Don't be afraid to declare to your organization, this is what I want to be, and this is who I want to be, and this is how I want to be it. So I'm going to give you 12 things I've learned. This won't take long. Stay humble. No matter how accomplished you become, maintain your humility because it keeps you honest. You're not better than anybody else. You may be smarter than your doc. There will come a time when that happens. Stay humble anyway. You are there to make a difference, and you can and you will. Don't be afraid to ask for help from your mentor, from your colleagues, from your MA, from your nurse, to a consultant. Don't be afraid. Listening is an art. This is number 2. Listening is an art. Put down your stethoscope. At one point, put it down. Bring your ears, your eyes, your hands, and your compassion into the room. It is a sacred space. Those patients trust you, believe it or not. They're going to walk into the room and they go, "You know what my provider told me? You know what my PA said? You are part of their history. You are part of their story." Keep that sacred. They will share personal stories with you, so don't be shocked in their presence. You can do that outside the door, but don't be shocked in their presence. Be prepared for the doorknob comment, for the reason why they really came in when they said they had a sore throat, and as they're walking, they would say, "Oh, I forgot to tell you something." Be prepared for that, because that's the real reason why they are there, and you may already know that. "Oh, I wanted to tell you, I'm having trouble at home with my husband, with my kids." That's important. Fear is good. Be afraid. If the patient is going to keep you up at night, then you are not done. At the end of that visit, you go, "I really don't know." You are not done. So respect the fear you have in your gut that, wait a second, I might be missing something. Develop a strong differential. If you don't think of the disease, you'll never find it. Follow up. Keep your patients in your mind. You're worried about it, you call the next day. They love that. And it's important. Treat the patient and not the disease. You've probably heard this before, but you're in a rush situation. You're going to get your first job. You just want to go in. You want to do the right thing. You want to fix everybody, which you're not going to be able to do. Who is this patient sitting in front of you? Who are they? Why are they here? What obstacles do they face in their daily lives? Can they read? Can they speak English? Can they afford the medication you're getting ready to give them? Do they have transportation? All of those things you're going to get maybe in the first few minutes when you're looking at this patient. Are they unkept? Are they homeless? What am I going to do here? What obstacles do they have to their health care? It's important, and it's all about their ability to be well and stay well. You will encounter death. Your patients will die. We're all going to die. I am a consultant for death with dignity in the state of Washington. I have the privilege of doing that. Never take away hope. Even in a terminal illness, never take away hope. Assess what they want to know. My personal rule of thumb in the 20 years I did family medicine, if I had a difficult diagnosis, I had to give a patient that were dying or terminal illness, I never did it on the phone, dear God. If you can, you bring them into the office and you tell them the news, and then you bring them in the next day so you can continue the conversation, because they won't hear anything after you say, you have cancer. Help your patients prepare for the worst and hope for the best. Patients change what they hope for. And don't be afraid to share their sorrow. It shows you're human. Many times I have said to people in the urgent care, I've discovered they've got metastatic esophageal cancer because they came and they were tired. Now I have to tell them, this is tough. This is day one of your illness. There are many things to hope for. We start today, and you stay with them if you can. There's something in Oklahoma called a Frady hole. A Frady hole is where you go when there's a tornado. Now, the first thing that happens in Oklahoma, as soon as they give you a tornado warning, everybody goes outside to see if it's true. I don't see anything. Do you see anything? True statement. Then they go to their Frady hole. For you, get out of your Frady hole. Don't be afraid to say, I don't know. Patients respect that. Your colleagues respect that. Then go find out. Always do the right thing. If it's late and you've had a long day and your shift is almost over, you're in the clinic and you got that last patient, they're walking in the door and they're 82 years old and their complaint is dizzy. Oh, God help me. They still deserve your attention. They still deserve everything you're going to give them. They need you. So do your best. If the shoe doesn't fit, then find a new shoe. Find the organization that will help you develop as a strong PA through mentorship and CME and everything else they can offer you. Make sure you have that mentor that you can talk to when you're stuck, because you will be stuck. If you're not getting stuck, then I'm worried about you. I'm worried about you if you're not getting stuck. So on average, PAs will change specialties twice in the first few years, and you'll find the one that fits. Stay with it, build your relationships, and you will succeed. Just be patient. Be kind. There will be times when you are challenged by a patient, a physician, or an organization. You will be. Use your voice quietly, without anger and you'll be heard. You'll find that. You're a PA. I used to tell my students, I was a preceptor for a very, very long time, you're just a PA until you're supposed to be a doctor. Know your place and know how to speak up for yourself. You're going to need that in a good way. You can guide healing when there is no cure. When a cure is out of reach, it is time to heal. And if you are privileged enough to be in the presence of that, and you handle it well, that is a gift. Because you're going to provide a safe place built on trust and empathy. You are going to meet courageous people during your career. Let them teach you how to live. You're the future of medicine, you guys right here. You're the future. You get to determine how it will go for you. All the options are on the table. You get to choose whatever you want to be and how you want to practice. Your personality will reflect your practice. Always be cognizant of that. I had a colleague, physician colleague. Patients were always calling her, constantly on the phone with her. She was constantly micromanaging their entire lives. That was her practice. I couldn't do that. But you will find that your character and your personality will develop and develop your practice. So keep yourself honest. Remember this. Medicine is about finding and sharing humanity in a world that is constantly pressuring us to take shortcuts and to rely on impersonal ways of managing very complex human problems. It takes a team, and you're an integral part of that team. I'm going to leave you with 3 stories of patients that I had in rural Oklahoma. Leo lost his driver's license. He was 80. Family took away his car, so he would ride his riding lawnmower to his appointment. We would hear him coming, but good old Leo would cut the grass in people's yards as he came. Just part of it, but he felt like he was doing a community service, so we're always happy to see Leo. How's it going, Leo? Great. Cut some grass today? I sure did. A lovely man. Louis was the superintendent of schools, rural school district. Louis was a priest of mine. He had diabetes and hypertension. As I'm in the clinic, ambulance pulls outside my clinic door. I'm going, what the hell is this? I go out. Louis in the gurney, and the ambulance says, what are you doing? He said, I'm not going to the hospital until you tell me I have to. Louis, you gotta go. Louis was having an MI. He went to the hospital, and I took care of him. Now, one thing about rural medicine, which I hope some of you at some point consider, it is a tremendous gift. I made rounds in the nursing home. I went to the hospital. We delivered the babies. You are part of the community. You are part of the life of that community, and it is fabulous. Now Mr. Eisenhower owned the local insurance agency, and he was cutting wheat. Now in Oklahoma, when it comes to cutting wheat, the whole community stops because that's your entire future. School is out, combines come, everybody stops, everybody's talking about what's going on with the crops, right? You go to coffee, how many bushels an acre are you getting? It's part of the culture. Now, Ike was on his combine, and he decided he wanted to jump off the combine, and he jumped off and he fractured his leg. We climbed back up in his combine and finished cutting wheat. He came to my office the next day with a compound fracture. Ike, what are you doing here? Well, I wanted to know what you thought. Dear God, you got to go to the hospital. It's a fabulous culture. I hope you think of it. I hope you consider it at a time in your life when you feel like you can do it, because you can. Lastly, of course, I'm going to encourage you to join your state organization. join the AAP, and most importantly, the WAPA. We are here for you. You may be an ERPA, you may be a neurology, oncology, whatever it is, but we are still here for you because things happen in this state that you won't know about, and we'll help you with that. So please consider that. Best of luck, you guys, and may the force be with you.
Thank you, Eileen. Hopefully you got some good stories, but also understand the importance of our role in healthcare, especially in our rural underserved areas, and consider that. So thank you again, Eileen. Every year, usually around like the first or second week of their fall quarter, after the initiation that is summer quarter, we have our students sit down in the room, put on the boxing gloves, and figure out who's going to be their student representatives. It comes with some extra duties that most people really don't feel like taking on when you're in the midst of a PA program that feels like you're drinking from a fire hydrant. So, those roles, add more time to the day that really there aren't really hours for. So, in recognition, I just want to have you guys, as I say your names, just stand up or wave for the folks that are supporting you today in recognition of your duties to your classmates. So, president of the Tacoma Class 10 is Ms. Amaya Rodriguez. The vice president is Shay Kanaka-Ole. Secretary Bree Taylor. Treasurer Daniel Hardman. Our AAPA representatives Renee Johnson and Mindy Alexander. Our WAPA student representative, Mr. Michael Laughlin. Our director of community outreach, Marissa Sturgis. Our class historian, Angela Williams. Our most important person is the social director, Juliana Seminario. One person that is not here today, but was our diversity committee representative, was Ms. Champagne Moore. And with that, I would like to bring up Ms. Amaya Rodriguez as your student speaker.
Thank you very much, Brandon. And similar to what he was saying, a huge thank you to my fellow class representatives. You guys took that extra jump, not just helping your classmates succeed in PA school, but also going above and beyond to give back to the profession and the community. All right, well, good morning, TC10, family, guests, teachers. Thank you for being here today to celebrate this momentous occasion with your graduate. For those of you who don't know, and now you've been introduced to me twice, my name is Amaya. I'm their cohort's class president. The last time I gave a speech was this time last year at our white coat ceremony before clinical year. I remember looking around at my classmates that day, having heard about your plans and goals for clinical year, and I stated that in barely any time, we would be back here celebrating our final white coat and graduation ceremony. And here we are. It feels like those 2 years flew by, but when I measure it in the knowledge gained, tests taken, distances traveled, new additions to families, it seems impossible that we fit it all in 2 years. Did you know that we've taken over 40 exams? I don't know if I thought it would be more or less. Each one with weeks of preparation, late nights up, and it doesn't even include quizzes, essays, simulation labs, clinical reasoning assessments, and so much more. Outside of the classroom, you've completed thousands of practice questions, rewritten notes all over the whiteboards, spent months in hospitals across the United States, and you've persevered. Our mentors, faculty, families, and friends have shared that journey with us, and I want to express my gratitude to all of you for your guidance, unwavering support, and especially your patience. Becoming a physician associate is a title that comes with a great responsibility. PAs are often described as being lifelong learners, dedicated to patient care, community-driven. We've connected as a cohort with the local communities here, from providing child health care packages to dental and foot care clinics. And you've given back to the PA profession, following and voting for local, state, and national developments and foundations. You've learned so much, and I constantly have seen you supporting each other and ultimately, passionately sharing knowledge that will benefit your patients. Today, we are standing on the precipice of our new careers. The future may be daunting, but you have been preparing to, as I said earlier, not just treat the disease or the symptoms, but treat patients and act with compassion and foresight. The healthcare field is full of opportunities for innovation and leadership. Let's continue to learn, share, and make a real impact in our patients' lives and communities. You're about to join a new cohort, your coworkers, and I hope that they see in you what I see and recognize how truly amazing each and every one of you are. Thank you for listening today. It has been both an honor and a pleasure to serve TC10.
Good morning. All right. I have the distinct honor to recognize our servicewomen and men and their families, and I'd like to share the history of our PA profession with them, how we share our PA profession with the military. The history of PAs is firmly rooted in the grounds of a shortage of primary care physicians. Our program founder, Dr. Richard Smith, worked hard to leverage medically trained military personnel to re-enter civilian life as advanced practice providers through the medical extension that we also call MEDEX. Dr. Smith traveled to military bases recruiting corpsmen and Navy SEALs, and the first class of 15 began in 1969. Military acceptance is still a very key part of the MEDEX mission. Our program accepts and educates the highest percentage of military veterans among civilian PA programs. Washington, with its significant military presence, has benefited from the integration of former military medics into the PA workforce. The military presence in Washington state is significant and multifaceted, contributing to national defense, economic stability, and the community development. JBLM, Naval Base Kitsap, Naval Station Everett, and Fairchild Air Force Base are among some of the bases in Washington that are for training and for protection, where women and men put their life on the line for the protection of our freedom. Every day, American service members selflessly put their lives on the line to keep us safe and free, and I'm very proud to be among you. I'd like to honor all current and former military men and women. We'll start off with some of our students. Would you please stand when your slide displays so we can honor your service with a round of applause. Shin Cheng. Sean Dulay. Daniel Hardman. Renee Johnson. Evan Jarecki. Moonsuk Kim. Annie Matson. Champagne Moore. Bradley Opitz. Christina Martinez-Ray. Bree Taylor. Hake Viana. Angela Williams. I'd also like to invite any current or former military men and women among our guests to stand so we can honor your service as well. Thank you all very much. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. My name is Betty Yu. I am didactic faculty. I got to spend a year with these students. So my job that I signed up for is to present the Golden Apple Awards. I'm going to go off script because I can, and Anthony told me I could. I just want to be real quick about this, but we are very proud of you guys. You are the first class we got to see from the start to the end, and we're so happy to see you all here. We're very proud, and we have already missed you. Okay, so it's been a nice journey to see how you have all grown through the clinical reasoning assessments and throughout this whole process. And I have to say, it was great seeing you during simulations and squirming through all of that as your gears were turning. But now you're gonna be my colleague, right? So you'll always be TC10 to me, and you'll be the only TC10. I just have to say you're very special. That's all my point. Okay, so the job I signed up for before Brandon kills me is the Golden Apple Award. So this award goes to lecturers and voted by didactic and clinical students through the duration of the program. So this is their favorite picks. And so the recipients are recognized by them and voted for the top of the list. And the top 3 is Eunice Park of Cascade Eye and Skin Centers in Bonnie Lake, Matthew Slater of Providence Medical Group, Everett, Washington. Both are not here, unfortunately. And the last, and the one who's here and running the show, is Brandon Weaver. We can all say thank you for showing up to work and wearing the many hats that you do. All right, I will leave this next to Brandon. Come back up. Is that right?
So when I find out whoever took the sentences that we're supposed to read for these awards, then, oh, it's Janelle, so thank you. Real quick, thank you for the honor for the Golden Apple. It is much undeserved, and it's not supposed to go to faculty because that's what we're paid to do. It's supposed to go to guest lecturers or preceptors that don't get paid to teach you medicine. So I'm humbled by that. It means a lot, so thank you. Moving on to the John Coombs Leadership Award. Dr. Coombs was the Associate Dean for Regional Affairs and Rural Health in the School of Medicine and had a long record of promoting the PA profession. This award is presented to the one student at each campus who has become a role model to their peers, has assumed some of the responsibilities of leadership during their training, and has carried out those responsibilities with integrity, cooperation, and understanding. This year's award goes to Amaya Rodriguez.
All right, for our next award, we have the Ellen Harder Underserved Award. Students are recognized for exceptional achievement in the care of, improved access for, or promotion of public awareness and of the needs of the medically underserved. The recipient or recipients will have demonstrated a strong dedication to ongoing service to underserved communities. And the first recipient is Tennyson McLean. All All right, and we do have one more, and it's Bree Taylor.
Hello. I have the honor of presenting the Spirit of MEDEX Award today. This award recognizes one student from each campus who has dedicated themselves in their goal of being a physician assistant with compassion, sensitivity to others, and who have maintained their humor, their perseverance in the face of adversity. They have a positive attitude and are ambassadors of the program throughout their MEDEX training. I am proud to say this recipient is Angela Williams.
Good morning. Congratulations, you guys. I'm so proud of you guys. All right, so I have, and I'm Krissa, you all know that though. I have the honor of presenting the Stephen Turnipseed Veteran Award. Stephen Turnipseed was a veteran. He was the sole African American among the first members of MEDEX Class 1. Like all his classmates, he came to MEDEX as a veteran of the military, specifically 10 years in the Army with 1st Special Forces Group in counterintelligence, psychological warfare in Northeast Thailand among the Cambodian and Laotian borders. He was recruited by Dr. Richard Smith for the inaugural PA class and PA program at MEDEX. Smith once described Turnipseed as one of the most wonderful human beings I know. He has incredible skills, both people skills, medical skills, and he is fluent in both German and Spanish. Despite the fact that he didn't have a high school education, he still got his GED, received his bachelor's and master's in public health, and during the preceptorship phase of MEDEX's education, he was placed in an urban Seattle hospital setting, Group Health Central on Capitol Hill. He worked there for a number of years, ran an outpatient clinic, and developed a highly successful addiction treatment service program. So this award goes to one of our military veterans that has shown an exceptional commitment to the PA profession. And so for the Stephen Turnipseed Award, that is going to Renee Johnson. And then I also have the Writing Award. And what they gave us to say about the Writing Award is quite literally this. This award is generally given to one student at each campus who has combined creativity and unique approaches with exceptional writing skills in assigned papers. Short and sweet. But I want to say more about that. Our two recipients of this award are two of my MAT champions. These are people that went above and beyond their capstone to do attempts at poster presentations and really dive into the world of medication for addiction treatment or medication for opioid use disorder. So I am especially honored to acknowledge our two Writing Award winners, as Loa Pittman, who is not here, and Mindy Alexander. You are
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for in the front row, our presentation of graduates. So if you could please stand. Mindy Alexander. Not here with us today, Xin Cheng. Sean DeLay. Daniel Hardman. Great job, Dan. Congrats. David Hung. Elliot Hummel. Great job. Renee Johnson. Evan Jarecki. Good job. Congrats. Shay Kanakaole. Not with us today, Moon Suk Kim. Andrew Kimasuka. Great job. Thanks, man. Michael Laughlin. Great job. Leslie Martinez. Annie Matson. Great job, Annie. Tennyson McLean. Good job. Michael Miller. Good job. Not here with us today, Champagne Moore. Brad Opitz. Not here with us today, Loa Pittman. Christina Ray. Amaya Rodriguez. Juliana Seminario. Not here with us today, Tate Sexton. Marissa Sturgis. Bree Taylor. Hake Vienna. Angie Williams. Iris Yu. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2024 Tacoma Class 10 MEDEX graduates.